tuned to KSQM 91.5 Squim.
Thank you, Rick. It's now 6 o'clock and all's well here at your listener-supported, commercial-free community radio. That's us.
91.5.
Thank you, Bud. In fact, this is Bud Stud's program, isn't it?
That's right.
Do you call it that?
No, I don't. You call it that.
Okay. Sometimes we call it Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Well, for tonight, in just a couple of seconds, in fact, we have to establish the phone link here. We're going to hear from Ian Mackay. He's doing Ian's Ride, of course. This is day 5, and we're gonna learn more about that in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, that's down the Pacific Coast Highway, Highway 101. That's the long way to get to California.
Yeah.
A twisty, turny road.
Used to be 101 went all the way from San Diego all the way up to Canada.
And does it not now?
Well, it goes into Hollywood and then it stops, I think.
Oh, well, they have large sections of it on the coast.
Right.
Going up and down.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, I'll tell you what. Let me cue up this track. It's Louis Jordan and his Timpani 5. And while we're listening to that, we're going to let the good times roll, and then I'm going to connect with Ian. Okay, so do not touch that dial. We've got some great information and music awaiting you. So here's Louis Jordan. Louis Jordan, Mr. Jordan to you, and his Timpani 5.
It's Timpani 5. Is that his regular band?
Well, yes, it was. Timpani, yeah. It was a turn on a phrase. Instead of symphony, it was timpani. Yeah, timpani.
Okay. A lot of drums.
Well, it is now 5 minutes past 6 o'clock, and you are tuned to KSQM 91.5.
In beautiful downtown Squim.
Beautiful downtown Squim, and we have Ian Mackay on the horn. Ian, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, good. Very good. Okay. Well, let me introduce you to Bud. Bud Davies. Bud, say hello.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Bud.
Good to make your acquaintance. Seen your pictures.
Okay.
Today is day 5.
Day 5. Wow. Yeah. 5 sevenths through. But it was a good day. You know, I really complained about the first 3 days, and they were hard. And yesterday was nice, but I think today definitely was probably one of the nicest days riding I've ever had, because we started off in Ferndale. I didn't get a ton of sleep, but we woke up enthusiastic anyway. And when we headed out, the first probably 2 to 3 miles were right on the side of the 101. We had to cross a big bridge, climb a bit of a hill, and then we got into the Avenue of the Giants, and the next 34 miles were nothing but just cruising through these really big trees on a quiet road, and we really couldn't have asked for more. I mean, the traffic was light, and there was, breathtaking beauty all around us that I don't know, just lifted our spirits, and it actually slowed us down a bit because we couldn't help but stopping and taking pictures often, and it was just the kind of day where we really wanted to stop and smell the roses, and we needed it. And it was only 39 miles, but we did it, and I still missed my 5:30 deadline with you guys, but it was a heck of a day.
What sort of weather were you going through today?
Yeah, well, that was another great thing. So Ferndale, it's been between 50 and 55 most days with heavy fog and a bit of smoke. And it did start out that way, but pretty much as soon as we got to Avenue of the Giants, it got up in the 60s, and blue skies came out. We were beneath the canopy of the big trees, but yeah, when we would get through certain clearings, we could soak up the sun, and it felt incredible. So yeah, it was up to probably 70, 72 degrees.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So the Ferndale that you're referring to, that's where you started?
So yeah, Ferndale is where we, actually I guess we started in Scotia. Our AirBNB was in Ferndale, and we had to pack up. It was a moving day, and unfortunately tonight we are going to have to be in a hotel. We're sad to leave the Airbnb, but Yeah, Ferndale is where we started, and now we're pretty close to. Well, we're in Garberville, and we're going to start the ride tomorrow, about 3 miles south of here. I'm sorry, north of here, in Redwood. But yeah, the forecast tomorrow, I believe, is low 70s, maybe 72 or so in Garberville. So we should have nice weather to start.
So you're not going along the coast at this point. Ferndale's a little bit inland.
It does, yeah. So this dove us in a little bit, and this is what the Pacific Coast Pike Route does. We now start heading back to the coast again tomorrow, where we'll finish in Hales Grove, and then finally on Saturday we'll finish at the finish line in Fort Bragg.
You've been to Fort Bragg, haven't you?
I have never been to Fort Bragg.
Oh, yeah. You don't know what fog is.
This stuff that we have here is just imitation, I guess.
It's imitation.
I have been to California when it was foggy enough that you couldn't see 20 feet.
You've been all the way to California?
Ah, that's right. I am a well-traveled person.
Yeah, okay, good. Wow, okay. Anyway, I got to tell you that Bud's feverishly pounding away at his smartphone here. He's got to see where you are, where you've been, and what else are you looking up? You're looking
Well,
up...
just the map.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, this smartphone isn't too smart when it comes to maps.
Oh.
It'll put in the place that I'm asking for, but it won't show what's around it. So I have to keep entering names as I go along.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I should open up Google. Anyway,
Hey, wait a minute. I got a question for Ian. So, if memory serves me correctly, you had Mexican food for dinner last night. Is that right?
Well, that was
The plan. Oh, how did it turn out?
Until we got there, and one of our crewmates, Maureen, she had some school or some work she had to do for school, so she stayed home for the day and attended lectures and did that. And then we got home, and she had gone to the store and made us a delicious soup and some garlic bread, and we were thrilled. And
Oh, garlic
we needed
bread.
it. It warmed us right up. And yeah, and tonight we haven't even decided. Again, I leave that trail, and I mean, if I could white knuckle, I would be white knuckling out there, and I jump in the van, and first thing we do is give you guys a call. So
Okay.
we haven't even discussed what the evening will look like. But I will say that those last, it was incredibly beautiful for 90% of the day. But man, we had to get back on the 101 for just about 2.5 miles to get into Redway, and those shoulders were narrow, and it was a downhill, and there was just a guardrail keeping me right up against it to avoid the rumble strip, and we definitely had to slow down to probably about 4.5 miles per hour. The guys are awesome, staying behind me, and we got that pool noodle out there, really trying to highlight where we're at and make sure everyone can see us well. And luckily the fog had totally lifted, and again, blue skies were there, so visibility was great, and cars had no problem seeing us. So I
That's
still want to
good.
stay in that
That noodle, that was the appendage that I was telling you about.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
the blue, it
noodly
was
one.
blue. No?
Blue Noodle.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was blue. I forget.
I have a technical question. What is your speed on the level ground, your cruising speed, and how many battery packs do you go through a day?
Yeah, so about my top speed, I mean, downhill, flat, they're about the same. They're probably 7.5, maybe 7.8 at times.
Uh-huh.
Probably average if I was, probably 7.5 average if I was going on a flat for a long time. So as far as batteries go, I have the stock batteries that come with the wheelchair. They're just lead acid, deep cycle,
Oh, okay.
two 12-volt batteries, and those will give me about 25, 30 miles. But what I'm doing is running mainly off the lithium battery, just because that does give me a little more speed and a little more pep to the chair. And I don't switch that out at all. I do have an additional lithium battery that I can switch out because we do have a serious climb tomorrow.
For a reserve tank.
Yeah. Since we don't have an extra wheelchair to throw me in, we'll just swap out batteries if it comes to that. But we're hoping that we've we've got enough juice in the tank to make it over those miles tomorrow, but we'll see.
So was today the day of the big incline, or is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow is, and that's the
Today
fourth.
was-
They had to go up like 4,000 feet.
4,000.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a workout for any sort of a wheeled vehicle.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, the team is definitely going to be working, and for me, the climb can be quite pleasant. I enjoy that, and kind of the way that Caltrans has designed the roadways, particularly where the Pacific Coast Bike Route goes, is they tend to have wider shoulders on the way up, recognizing that bikes are going to be taking longer, and really just going slow up those hills. But then they narrow those shoulders down on the downhill, because again, bikes are going to be flying down there, and they won't be spending as much time and won't be as concerned with more shoulder space. But for me, I'm going the same speed up and down, and so down is always just a little more tense. But no, I'm looking forward to the climb. The team's not, but I'm not looking forward to going back down that hill.
Can you see this, Bud? Look, see, those are the big trees. We're looking
Those
at
are
your,
big trees.
Yeah, we went to your website. Now we're looking at the.
Tweets are.
Yeah, he's got 1,061 tweets. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Ian. Go ahead.
But no, I guess another thing I definitely want to mention about the day was we did have a sponsor of the day, and it was some people that are very near and dear to my heart, and that is the Nelson Boyd attorneys. These people, it's Deborah Nelson and Jeff Boyd, and they are close friends of mine, and they followed my tale in 2016 and loved what I did, and they supported me then, and we connected and got closer, and they actually helped form the Ian's Ride nonprofit, and they are the president and vice president of my board. They are based out of Seattle, but they also live in Sequim, and Nelson Boyd attorneys are awesome. And if you're listening, Deborah and Jeff, we love you, and thank you so much.
And that's Nelson Boyd Attorneys. Okay, and you know what? I'm looking at the picture. There's a white vehicle, and there's you, Ian, with a little sign that says "Proudly sponsored by Nelson Boyd Attorneys." And Bud, can you see that? That's the whole group. That's
And that's
Jimmy.
Nelson. The tall one is Nelson.
No, that's Jimmy.
That's Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the team that's down with him,
That's right.
traveling.
Yeah.
And I will say that today was a particularly highlight because Jimmy did not get a flat tire. Every day we've been waiting on Jimmy getting flat tires, and finally today there was clear sailing and no tacks in the streets and no flat tires.
Okay, and tell us who else is in the picture there with you.
Sure, we have Dr. B, or Josh Blaustein.
That's Dr. B
He
right there.
was my chemistry professor in college.
Uh-huh.
We became very close, and I got to do a bike tour with him starting in 2006, another in 2007, and that's kind of what got me hooked on doing these adventures. And
that was UC Santa Barbara?
UC Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. Oh, that was my
Yeah,
favorite. Santa
he
Cruz.
actually taught me. I took his class at Cabrillo College, also in Santa Cruz.
Ah, okay.
But he's awesome. His girlfriend Maureen Foley
Okay.
is also there, and then my girlfriend Celina Smith
See, that's Celina right there.
is also with me.
And do you see
And my mom.
That's
My
his
mom's
mom right
probably-
there, poking her head.
Hiding behind the chair.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But at any rate, I was. How would a person at home be able to pull up this particular web page?
Cool. Yeah. Well, you can go to just iansride.com, and there you can find blogs and photos, and you'll see the Twitter feed on the bottom.
See?
But you can also find me on pretty much any major social media platform. It's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
And there it is.
All under Ian's Ride. And they're also-
Iansride.com.
Yeah, and you can find all of those social media platforms linked from my website also.
Okay.
Ian, we have a special tune racked up just for you. Can we take a little musical interlude here?
I'd love that.
Okay. I'll tell you what, if you're just joining us, we have on the horn Ian Mackay, and he's doing Ian's Ride, and we're following each and every day of Ian's Ride here on KSQM 91.5. Happens to be day 5. It's a better part of 300-mile sojourn. It's an adventure. It's many things.
Well, it's many things,
Yes.
and he's not on a bicycle. He's in a wheelchair run by batteries, and controls it with his mouth.
You got it.
That's
With the
right.
breath in my mouth.
Breath
With the air in
movement.
my mouth. Yeah.
Let's line up this track. Tell me if it means anything.
Mr. President, Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. It's Marilyn. Oh, I love you.
I love you, Marilyn.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, thank you, Marilyn.
No one ever sang at my birthday like that.
Well, we're sending that out to Ian. Did you know today's Ian's birthday?
That's incredible.
So,
Do we ask how many years old he is?
well, you can if you
Well,
want to. It was-
I did 39 miles today to celebrate my 39th birthday.
Well,
Look at that, him and Jack Benny, the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your first year for 39?
This is my first 39.
Okay.
I know 40's coming, and I'll accept it proudly.
Yes. Yours are blessings.
Yeah, but no, we really did have a heck of a time today, and there's been a lot of the rides I've done that I've said I would not encourage a power wheelchair to do this. I would recommend everybody go check out the Avenue of the Giants and do it any way you can. I've traveled this section many times in a car, and it's so much different when you're just going so slow and really have a chance to look around. I mean, we got inside of trees. We went off the beaten path in the dirt a lot, and you just see so much when you're just cruising along at 7 miles per hour. And I highly recommend what we did today.
At least try to do it in a convertible.
There you go.
Well, he is. And these are the tallest living things on the planet. Are they not? Yeah,
They're
very
massive.
wonderful.
Yeah, well, there's some arguments in Australia with some eucalyptus there, but I think that the Sequoia sempervirens, the coastal redwoods, are the largest.
Eucalyptus get that high?
In Australia, they do. Yeah.
In Australia, there are some places, where it's comparable height.
Oh boy, eucalyptus. Well, the ones I saw over in Israel were nothing like that high kind of height. So it might be a different strain, a different species of eucalyptus.
Yeah, it's been a while since my college botany class, and I could be getting something wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the case.
Well, there are cedars that are short, and there are cedars that are tall. So wouldn't surprise me if they were tall and short eucalypti.
Okay.
Eucalyptum?
Well, it's one of them, yeah. Okay. Well, any other lessons for today?
No, I think today was just a day to appreciate what was around us. I mean, so much of this ride has been concentration and focus and staying away from traffic and staying off the edge of cliffs and really focusing on just getting sometimes just the next meter through. But today, I mean, I found myself just looking up and looking out and really, I didn't have any tenseness in my shoulders, and it was bliss. It was just happiness out there, and I can only hope that the next couple of days have even a glimmer of that, because it was a special day, and it was just awesome that it happened on my birthday. Mm-hmm. I had all the people closest to me and who I love right there, and it was a special day.
Very good. Okay. Well, this brings attention to outdoor accessibility, connecting the trails and the routes for all abilities. Boy, this is it's a big thing. Again, Ian MacKay, founder and executive director of Ian's Ride. More information is available at iansride.com, and I think we should say that we should encourage folks that this costs. It's a very costly endeavor to do this, and
it ain't free.
No, it ain't free. And so, if you have it in you, and if you'd be so kind and generous, go ahead and make a donation to Ian's Ride on the website there. that's the best place to start. I tell you, I think that's a great website.
Well, we appreciate that, Jeff. And yeah, there are costs, and you know, we're a nonprofit, and we try to do a lot of little outdoor accessibility things to benefit Los Angeles and Squim, and any funds that we get end up going back to that also. But really, another thing that you guys all can do to help my cause is just go outside, go enjoy what we have out there, and especially on the Olympic Peninsula, it's incredible. So soak it up, and if you get a chance, even if it's just going out to the garden, go spend some time underneath the sky.
You know what? That's very good advice.
Very good advice.
You know?
And don't wait for the relatives to come.
No, don't have the relatives come at all.
Well, you know how it is. Relatives come and they say, we want to see what you have in Washington. So you take them someplace that you've never even been yourself before.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like my sister wanted to do something fun, so I took her out to Cape Flattery, which is a beautiful place. And I'd never been there myself. If it hadn't been for her asking, I would never have. I wouldn't have gone there by now, I know. But we shouldn't do that. We should be taking in our beautiful Washington and West Coast sites
Every day.
Any chance we can get.
Yeah, okay. That's
With or without relatives and
Okay.
visitors.
okay. Well, now we've heard from Dr. Bud.
You have heard the gospel truth.
Yes.
Well, I sure appreciate you guys letting me tell our stories every day, and we sure look forward to our conversation.
Okay, we'll check in back with you tomorrow evening at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we'll do it again, okay?
All right, I look forward to it.
All right. Take it easy. Take it easy. Ian.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, bye.
Bye-bye.
You're tuned to KSQM 91.5 Squim.